Imagine creating beautiful emails and landing pages and then easily exporting them to any platform you want in just a few clicks. That would be a game changer, wouldn't it? Well, in Beefree, you can do exactly that using the custom connector. In this video, we'll guide you through the step-by-step process of setting up the custom connector so you can easily integrate Beefree with the marketing platforms, email service providers, and really any other application you and your team are already using. To help you follow along, though, we've broken down this tutorial into 5 sections: dedicated versus custom connectors, generating a custom connector URL, creating a webhook, connecting to a sending or marketing platform, and exporting your email and verifying delivery. Okay, let's get started. So once we're in Beefree, we'll first head to Settings, and then Connectors. Now, before we set up a connector, it's best to double check whether a dedicated connector for the specific platform we're looking to connect to already exists. If it does, this is the most streamlined solution for sending our designs. That's because each dedicated connector is uniquely built to minimize the number of steps required when exporting. This makes it much easier to use. Now, although Beefree integrates with many popular sending platforms, you may not always find a dedicated connector for every platform, however. That's when the custom connector becomes your best friend. It allows you to send or export your HTML emails and landing pages to any third-party application or tool using webhooks. Now that that's out of the way, here's how to set up the custom connector. When we're ready to export our email, we can select Export in the top right corner, and then click Push to your sending system, and then Custom Connector. Okay, now we're prompted with a window. First, we need to give our custom connector a name. Let's make sure it's descriptive so we can help identify it later. So we can call this Microsoft 365 since that's the platform we're connecting to for this example. Next, we need to add the custom connector URL. Now, the easiest way to get the custom connector URL is through a no-code automation tool like Zapier or Make. These platforms offer a user-friendly interface that allows you to establish a connection between two applications without needing to write any code. You can think of it like building a bridge between two apps so they can communicate and send data to each other effortlessly. Now, if you have a development team, a more technical option would be to develop your own in-house webhook URL. For more information on how to do this, you can check out our knowledge base article, which I've linked in the description below. For this example, let's use Zapier. First, we'll need to create a new automation. To do that, we can select Create, and then Zaps. And we can rename this to Beefree Zap. Now, what's really cool is we can actually use AI here to find the command we need in the text field. So let's write something like, build a webhook that allows me to create an email draft in Microsoft Office 365. Okay, great. The suggested steps here include setting up a webhook in order to facilitate the generation of our custom connector URL. And so as you can see here, the event type has been set to catch hook, which is exactly what we'll need in order to send data from Beefree to Microsoft Office 365. Now, additionally, we'll be crafting a draft of our Beefree designed email directly inside Microsoft Office, and this is exactly what we need. So then we can click Replace All Steps to Zap. And if we click on the first step here, we can copy the webhook URL that's been generated, head back to Beefree, and then paste it here in the custom connector URL. Okay, awesome. Now at the bottom here, we can add what are called headers. Headers are like tags or labels attached to the data package being sent via the webhook or custom connector. And so what they do is they help the receiving application, which in this case is Microsoft Office 365, understand how to interpret and handle the incoming data. They also protect the receiving platform by ensuring a safe and secure authentication. Now, adding headers is not required when using tools like Zapier or Make, so we can keep this setting toggled off. Now that we have all the necessary information, we can click Connect. And then we'll need to create a template of our email in Microsoft 365 by hitting Create. Okay, great. We're halfway there. Next, we must verify that our custom connector has been successfully connected to Zapier. With the first step selected, go to the Test dropdown and click Test Trigger to verify the webhook and payload, or in other words, the data being received. If the request is successfully delivered, we can click Continue with selected record. That will bring us to the second step, which involves creating a draft email in Microsoft Office 365. Now, the reason the event type, create draft email, is already pre-filled is because we provided this information at the beginning when we first set up the webhook using the AI prompt. So let's hit continue, and then we'll need to choose our account. So we can hit choose, we'll pick this one here, and then hit continue again. In the action menu, we need to fill out the following fields. Now, when selecting each field, the drop-down menu will show the data that Beefree has transferred through the payload. Pretty cool. So if we go under to emails, we can add our recipients. So in this one, I'm going to add a manual recipient in here, which is just my email. Under subject, we can find our subject line, Fly with Skyward, which has been transferred over from Beefree. So we'll add that. Under body format, let's select HTML. And then finally, under body, we can select the data that starts with HTML. Now that we've filled in each required field, we can hit continue. Now, all we need to do is verify our test. So we can scroll down here and click test step. And it looks great. So we're ready now to publish the webhook to Zapier. Perfect. Finally, let's check if our email template has found its way inside our Microsoft Office 365 inbox. So once we're signed in, we can head to Outlook and then Drafts. And would you look at that? The automation has worked flawlessly as our email was instantly exported from Beefree to Microsoft Office 365. And the best part? Now that we have our custom connectors set up, we won't have to repeat these steps in the future whenever we want to export an email to Microsoft Office 365. We can simply hit Export, push to your sending system, custom connector, and then create. It's that simple. So that's it for our custom connector video. Let's recap what we've learned. Always check for a dedicated connector first. It saves you time and effort. For the majority of use cases, custom connectors involve 3 platforms: Beefree, an automation tool like Zapier, and a sending or marketing platform like Microsoft Office 365, Jira, or Postmark. We covered the key steps when it comes to setting up a custom connector, which includes generating a custom URL in Zapier, creating a webhook, and connecting to your sending platform. And finally, make sure to test and verify the delivery of your email template to ensure it's working as intended. Now get ready to take that knowledge and create a custom connector of your own. Thanks for watching.